Hello, welcome back everyone, this is Chaos Mirage. Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Three Houses Silver Snow route playthrough. Alright, let's begin. So we are at chapter 16, which we are going to finish today. So if this game has 21 chapters, which means we are almost done with the Silver Snow. So far, Silver Snow has been a major disappointment because I think the Silver Snow is just Blue Lion minus the Blue Lion. So, like, the story is pretty much the same. So here's where I'm at. I'm at the 29th. I don't know where I left off on stream yesterday. I don't remember. And yeah, but I did I basically did everything until this point. I taught lessons. I basically spent all of my activity points, and also I have a whole bunch of support, and I have unlocked the last support for Seteth, which means we don't have to do Sonus from this point on, because the Black Eagles, I have already unlocked all of their support in the Black Eagle playthrough. If you want to see that, go to my YouTube channel and watch those. So I don't plan on using a lot of the Black Eagles, so I don't imagine I'm gonna have to unlock all of their support. So that's basically it. We're gonna watch all the support in a minute. Also, another thing happened, which is Anios took the Great Knight certification. Yeah, he's a Great Knight now. So yeah, there's that. Okay, well, let's talk to everyone and then watch support.
We can suppress this murder. We can invade into the Empire, right? I was in the Empire. Now I will be an enemy. I am having strange feelings. It is with ease that an ally turns into an enemy. I'm sure you know this already, but House Ordelia is aligned with the Empire. They face the Empire from across a river, similar to the Gloucesters. Even so, I refuse to yield to the Empire a second time. The Empire did unthinkable things to my family, and to me. The only option here is winning. Professor, you must promise we will overcome the Empire. Here's an idea. On the north side of the Great Bridge of Murden lies the territory of Acheron and the Alliance, and to the south, the Empire's Burgleys territory. Count Burgleys has held the position of Minister of Military Affairs for the Empire ever since the days of Emperor Ionius. The current Emperor seems to have brought the corrupt nobility to heel, but Count Burgleys looks to be an exception.
So I think this chapter is where we usually fight and kill Ferdinand.
It's thanks to you that I'm here now. I owe you, Professor. You saved my life. I swear I'll do all I can to repay that debt.
Sure, but why I recruited you? How are you just not in my party at the start of the part 2? It's kind of weird. Because like, if you play the Blue Lion, you also fight the Grey Wolf.
Why is it kind to you?
Grey Lion.
By the time you realize what's going on, you're already under attack. And if you're off by yourself, you can get killed with no one ever even finding out.
Sounds like you're learning.
Won't that be awful? Just terrible. Okay, Professor, I get it. I know I'll have to come out.
Yeah, like I was saying, so if you play the Blue Lion, like you also fight that old knight, the Grey Lion, like Grindorf or whatever his name is. You still have to fight him in that playthrough, and then and in that one, Ash is in your party in part 2.
There's I hope.
So like, isn't that weird?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, I heard what happened at ALL. I can't believe Imperial spies have been lurking in Garreg Mach. Under my watch. But I'll make sure no more of them get in. Trust me.
Where's this item? There we go. Wait, are you not the person you talk? Oh, you are. Okay.
With life returning to the monastery, the unease of the church's followers is slowly abating. The number of people coming to the town church dwindled over the past 5 years, but we're seeing a resurgence. To reward and accommodate their devotion, we have to hurry and rebuild the church.
Of the Alliance is supposed to be the head of the faction that supports the Empire. That being said, the Count himself is an ardent follower of Seros, and likely not too keen on fighting us. The Commoners are also allies of the Knights. We should be able to reach Murden without incident.
The Aramid River separates the Empire and Alliance. It's the largest river in Fódlan. Sometimes it'll flood when there's lots of rain, but at least the land gets some extra water.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the battle where I usually fight and kill Ferdinand. What am I doing? Why am I running over there? I can just teleport.
So Lady Rhea was in the Empire all this time. Glad as I am that Judith told us. I wish we had known this 5 years ago. We spent all that time spread out over Fódlan, searching for the Archbishop and you. It was a mistake to abandon the monastery, to leave it in ruins. Now we're paying for that mistake.
5 years ago, when the Imperial Army attacked Garreg Mach, it was an incredible scheme. But in the middle of all that chaos, she still had operatives watching. The hero of Daphnal's spy network is impressive. She shouldn't be taken lightly.
I wonder if the story are actually going to be different than the Blue Lion. But so far, it feels like the same.
I've heard of the hero of Daphnal, but that was the first time I've met her in person. She's the head of a prestigious noble family, just like Claude. The Alliance nobility is so odd.
You don't think she acts like a noble? Different for the Kingdom and Empire?
But I don't mean that in a bad way. You won't find such big-hearted nobles elsewhere. Plus, Judith can drink with the best of them. A woman after my own heart.
Like, did you know her before, or did you drink with her like in that valley?
We came from the territory of House Daphnal. It's not easy to leave one's home, but it had to be done. Judith asked us so earnestly. There's no way we could have refused. We can trust you, right? I'd hate to end up just another pointless death.
Who is this? Oh, you.
Is it true Lady Rhea was dragged off by the Imperial Army? I heard that was true. Why'd they take Lady Rhea? Professor, they didn't take her to kill her, did they?
They probably haven't killed her.
Good point. If they did, we'd have heard about it by now. You gotta help her, Professor. I'm begging you.
Also, I don't really get why Edelgard just didn't kill Rhea. Because, like, if you play the Black Eagle, she was actively trying to kill Rhea. Like, I don't get why she's keeping her alive for, like, 5 years.
What used to be Ire territory lies far to the east of the Great Bridge of Murden, downstream of the Aramid River. For the sake of my family, I wish we could invade the Empire from there. But I do not have the power to advocate for that. Strategically, Murden is more important.
Someday we'll take it back. Taking it back would be,
Thank you,
yeah.
Professor. I will not give in. Not until I have restored my noble pride.
Like, you are cool, but your dad is, I don't know about your dad. Hold on. Oh, there we go.
Professor,
entrust you with any important tasks. Fine by me. Honestly, I bet they're watching my every move to make sure I can be trusted.
Probably.
I knew it. War makes people crazy, huh?
Judith is a wonderful person. So strong and confident as well. Looking upon her, I was sharply reminded of my mother.
Does she act similar?
Very much so. Both brilliantly bright and positive, like a warm ray of light. I lost my mother long ago. I miss her desperately.
So it's because they failed a recognition, making it back alive should be ruled. Now, how can I convince them of this? You can't. Why waste your breath on defeated? Say that only living can learn from their mistakes. Say that you can't train a dead soldier. Sure. The other two options are just wrong.
Right. Hearing that the Knights of Seros have returned. The monks have also been coming back. We still don't have enough hands here, but we'll use all that we've got to rebuild the monastery. Until the day that Lady Rhea is returned to us, we have to do all we can.
Alright, watch some support. This is the last support which the Knights of Seros. Seteth.
May I discuss something with you? I promise to help you find the truth of who you are. I'm afraid it's not that simple. There are some details I have kept concealed.
You don't say. What details?
5 years ago, before she vanished, I asked Rhea some pointed questions. I learned that she knows everything about you. No, that is understating it. Rhea is responsible for your existence.
What do you mean?
I could explain to you here and now what fragments of knowledge I was able to pry from Rhea. I fear, however, that a partial understanding might do you more harm than good. Once we save Rhea, you will know the whole of it. For now, that is all I can tell you.
How about if you tell me what little detail you have and let me figure out the rest? Like, all the support with Seteth is just, hey, do you want to know the truth? I know the truth. Yeah, I do. I want to know. I'm not going to tell you. Like, that's all of that. Like, it's the most pointless support I've ever seen.
If you are still uncertain about your feelings, then permit me to add one more thing. You, Rhea, and I, we are like family. Because of those deep ties, you can be certain that I will never abandon or betray you. On the contrary, I greatly wish to see what your future holds. I am, and will always be, your ally.
You and family members can turn on each other.
You are not wrong. History is full of examples. I don't believe that will be the case here, but I suppose all I can do is ask for your trust. The truth is, you have become indispensable to me. And that is true quite independently of whether I see eye to eye with Rhea, or even whether we are friends. After this war is over, where I go and what I do will depend wholly on you.
What do you mean?
I am still trying to figure that out myself. Perhaps it is just that I find you so fascinating that I cannot bring myself to leave your side. I dislike a one-sided conversation, but in this case I am afraid I had no choice. Our future is yours to determine.
That was basically just useless. There is no information there.
Brother!
Flame, is something the matter?
I thought I made it clear that I do not want you meddling in the affairs of me and my friends.
I am not quite sure what you are referring to, but I promise you I would never try to stand in your way.
It has come to my attention that you have been running about asking people what they think of me. Asking everyone.
Well, of course I have. It took me quite some time. But for you, it was well worth the effort. I was able to confirm that you are getting along well with everyone. It was very reassuring.
I cannot emphasize enough how embarrassed I was when I found out. And you have caused such a stir for those whom you questioned. Why, one person even said he feared for his life when you cornered him in the dining hall.
The dining hall? Ah, I know the fellow you are referring to. Yes, I've seen the way he looks at you. I recognized in an instant that he had impure feelings for you. As your brother, I took it upon myself to test his resolve. I merely asked him if he was prepared to lay his life on the line for my beloved sister.
He is nothing more than a friend. Kindly keep out of my social business in the future.
I am happy to see that you are making friends. But you should weigh your options more carefully.
Who I befriend is absolutely none of your business. Do you know what they call people like you? Overprotective meddlers. I am no longer a child. Are you incapable of trusting me, even a little?
Of course I trust you, but as an elder brother, I have a certain responsibility.
As my brother?
Obviously.
Oh, never mind it. If you will excuse me.
Okay, so I think you're supposed to see this before it is revealed Seteth is Flame's dad. And you're supposed to like watch the next part after that. Okay. At least I think that's what's happening.
My head is pounding. You'd think I'd get used to this.
Mamela? Oh my goodness, you look terrible. Don't get up, I'll get you some water. I should fluff up those pillows for you. They will make you more comfortable.
I'm completely hopeless. I was so proud of being the reason you came to Garreg Mach. Dorothea wanted to follow in my footsteps. How great is that? I thought I'd use that as an inspiration to straighten myself out. Be less of a, less of a disgrace. But here I am, right in front of you, dealing with the worst hangover I've had in weeks.
You thought you'd hide this from me?
Wait, you mean you knew?
Even when you were still with the opera company, you had quite the reputation. There was a joke that you could outdrink a fish and the sailor who caught it.
What's that in the background? Is that like a human like model who is like skinned with a dagger on his head? Okay. Yeah, that's definitely like a thing you see in the medical office. But why is that like there's a knife on his forehead?
Dorothea, my brain's pounding as it is. Please stop. It's all true. But I can't handle hearing it from you. The girl I thought I had inspired to greatness. I can't believe I tried so hard to be a good example for you when you knew all along. I should leap into the ocean and drown.
Yeah, that's definitely a knife on his head.
You've not lost a bit of respect for me. Not one bit. Everyone has their faults, and some have more than others, but you are the finest songstress the opera had ever seen. And you've taught me well. What I mean to say is, you're my inspiration. I really do admire you.
Thank you, Dorothea. That means a lot.
Whoa, okay. Catherine has like 3 of them.
Hello, Catherine. Thought I might find you here.
Is there something I can do for you, Ash?
Yes. Could you tell me what you know about this?
This is quite an old letter. Where'd you find it?
It was found in the bishop's room during the inquiry of the Western Church.
I see. It's one of the documents you collected.
This letter mentions my brother, Christoph Gaspar, by name. He was executed by the church for allegedly taking part in the tragedy of Dusker. I know you were the one who turned him over. But this letter isn't about that. It's about a plot to assassinate Lady Rhea and
If my brother's name is in here, that means this plot predates the tragedy. So there was another plot against Lady Rhea in the past. My brother was somehow involved.
Ah,
I can tell by your face that you know something. Tell me, Catherine. Please, I deserve to know.
Kristoff was a good man. Maybe too good. It wasn't in his nature to mistrust people. So when the Western Church told him that Lady Rhea had to die for the goddess's sake, or the world's, he went along with it.
Just how well did you know my brother?
Kristoff and I were friends. We were in the Blue Lion House together at the academy.
If you were friends, why did you hand him over to be executed? There must have been another way.
No. If there was another option, I'd have chosen it. But he was foolish. He went along with the plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. I wasn't motivated by a personal grudge. I had no choice but to turn him in. That much is true.
I can't believe that my brother would try to assassinate Lady Rhea. But if he did, that means the church was lying about his involvement in the tragedy of Dusker, doesn't it?
Lying is a strong word. The world was in chaos, and the church did what it had to. If people had known about the threat to Lady Rhea's life, the panic would only have worsened.
So you're saying everything in this letter is true?
You can choose what to believe. All I know is I let him die, and that's something I can never change. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Catherine, wait! Please!
I'll save the rest for later.